Welcome back, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of my fly tying giveaway. I'm Captain Quinn. Today we are going to tie probably one of the deadliest, most versatile trout and steelhead flies out there. Been getting a lot of questions on these videos on this series, YouTube. They're all amazing questions. Captain Quinn, how do you do this? How do you do that? What's your IQ? Is it even in the double digits? Probably not, but it doesn't need to be to tie flies. And so, you know, the end of the day, you know, the fish probably don't care as much as you do about how your fly looks. My first fly tying vise was a block of wood exactly like this with a pair of vise grips in a slot that I cut with a chainsaw. And it works tickety-boo. So I'll show you how to tie this in another video. But today we're gonna tie a purple woolly bugger with a little bit of a twist that I like to add. So here we are. We've got a size 2 Daiichi curved shank salmon hook. And I'm gonna start up at the top, and I'm gonna take a piece of marabou for the tail. We got marabou for the tail. And I'm just gonna start the wrap really high up the shank of the hook here. And then I'm gonna, because I don't want the marabou to extend too far past the tail of the fly, because I don't want the steelhead grabbing at the tail and missing the hook, and then I'm freaking out and it's the end of the world. Nothing worse than missing a steelhead. I always like to at least see the fish before I lose it. So then we're just gonna wrap. We'll just keep it right here high on the shank, making sure all the marabou is nice and pushed back. And this is gonna be for the tail. Still gonna be a pretty long tail, but that's okay. I like them to be pretty bushy. That's 3 wraps. We'll go 4. Why not? Feeling a little bit crazy today. Maybe 5. Holy smokes, who's counting? This is getting out of control here quickly, as they do often on these fly tying series. So there we go, and this is purple marabou from a purple marabou bird, and I don't know where they inhabit. I think somewhere in the jungle of Amazonia. And so we're good. Let's just trim off the tag, and then what we're gonna do is just push this back, because this is gonna be our tail. You can see, you know what? That would swing and catch a steelhead. That's just kind of like a popsicle. But I'm gonna flatten it out all along the shank, and then I'm gonna wrap over it all, because this is actually going to be our sexy tail. And I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to about there. And then what I'm gonna do, just because I like to do it, you certainly don't have to with this fly, is I like to add a little bit of a silver butt, just to get things exciting. And a piece of copper wire for ribbing, and that's gonna hold body hackle in place. So I'm gonna secure the copper wire for the ribbing first. And I'm gonna take a little piece of this silver tinsel, and I'm going to secure that in place. And then I'm going to wrap back to where I want that little silver tag to start. It's going to be like a millimeter or so. I'm going to give a wrap of the silver tinsel. 2, 3. That looks good to me. And then this is where my body hackle is going to start for the woolly booger, the purple woolly booger. I'm going to give the tag a little bit of a ribbing so it doesn't get shredded when these steelheads start chomping on it. But I'm actually going to secure that, and I'm going to leave that copper wire, just pull it back out of the way for now. This is going to be my soft body hackle here. It's a tiger stripe, black and purple feather from a tiger bird. And I'm going to attach it so at the tip, so that the hackle gets bigger the further up the shank of the hook we move. You can use any hackle you want, black, purple, any color. The point of tying flies for me is just having fun and tying something effective that's going to catch fish. And boy, this fly just hammers them. I mean, what's the point in doing anything unless you're having fun with it, right? So I got some Ice Dub UV purple dubbing. Just going to take a big schmackerel of that. And I like to pick it apart in my fingers to kind of break it up and just give it a nice, I don't know, tangled mess of a look. And then I don't bother with dubbing loops. I'll just simply spin this around my thread. And then what I'll do is I'll just wrap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Leaving a little bit of room there, and then just comb it out a bit just with my fingers. Fine and dandy. And then I got my body hackle. So I'll do one full wrap right around the tail. Then I'll forward with another. And then another. I like to make them nice and even. And then an extra wrap at the top. These vices, I'll manufacture one for you for the low price of $199.99. And if you purchase one now, it'll come with an extra block of wood salvaged from the local sawmill here. Push that back out of the way. And then the purpose of this copper wire is I've had a lot of these body hackles, you know, they get in the mouths of a few fish and they just end up breaking somewhere around the body and then the whole hackle comes undone. So I like to take the copper wire and kind of secure not only the dubbing, not only the hackle, but also the dubbing kind of into place just a little bit more firmly. And that seems to kind of add to the longevity of your fly. It's kind of a little bit finicky and annoying, but I think it's worth it, and it gives it a little bit of extra weight too. You kind of got to work in between the that there is what may very likely be the sexiest woolly bugger that has ever been tied in the history of woolly buggers. And it could be yours. All you have to do is comment below. I'm going to finish this baby off. Super easy fly to tie and so effective for stillwater rainbows, stillwater cutthroat, streamer for steelhead. I bet you a Chinook would even have a chomp at that. I'll add a little bit of head cement. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, tell all your friends, comment below, and we'll be doing a little bit of a huge giveaway here for all these flies that get tied in this series. I'm just gonna apply a little head cement. You don't need to, but I don't know. I just like to. Just do what you want to do, man. That is just a real Jim Dandy right there.